Hello viewers, Spirit's back in Farming Simulator 22. Start it right by starting early, and this is indeed early. Fantastic. Over here to go and get some mowers. We're going to cut some grass, get the hay going, and most likely some silage as well. So the silage will be ready for income, and the hay will be ready for the sheep. And obviously with the cereal crop growing, that is for the chickens. So I can go straight away for the butterfly one, but I'm not. I'm going to start off with the one what just goes to one side, as well as the small mower. And I think this is Kuhn. I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. I'll admit that. Then eventually, I do believe I need to either go for the Elho or the Pottinger, because these will put the grass into troughs, so it'll be easier to pick up. And I do believe these ones will right at the end. So let's go ahead and get these so I can start cutting the grass. Fantastic. And later on, I would like to get some more greenhouses up and running, and I'll buy a bigger tanker to hold the water. Oh, I wasn't close enough. There you go. Now, so where should I start? You know what? I'll start up here, because this is where my land begins, and I need to get as much grass as possible. I'll start by going vertical to the trees. Here, lower, and then power on, and off I go. And this should start cutting when it gets to my land. I think, wait, I'm on my land. Why isn't this working? Oh, right. That's it. It's not all the way up. Thought it was. Is direct line, which is to my right. Let me get this sorted. That's quite a bit of land there, not going to be touched. Yeesh. Okay then. I'm past it. Where the... It would be great if they actually had a landmark to let you know. Is it these bushes? It is these bushes, but not good landmarks, are they? Right, let's get as close as possible to the trees to the right. Go past the bushes. And that should be... Yep, that's up, down, and ready to go. There we go. We are cutting. It is really uneven here. But that's it. I am cutting. There we go. I guess that is where my land stops. Let's cut across to line up with the starting point, and then I have got my area to actually work in. And select my front. I need that off just for a bit. Yeah, it seems like all this straggly grass isn't giving me a lot, which is expected, but at the same time I'm hoping that it will grow back better. Because if it doesn't, it just looks bad and it won't give me much to work with, would it? So far, I think all of this here, it's obviously going to be terrain edited later, because this is where the sheep are going to go. But all this will be turned into hay, this area, and then the rest of the areas will be turned into silage. Basically windrowed up, and then I'll use a bale with a wrapper and turn the grass into silage. This isn't bad, really, to be honest. I'm so glad I didn't get the butterfly one. It would have been a nightmare to work with. But yep, I'll carry on doing this and trottle to the end. Right, there you go. Seems like this side is done. I know I keep trying to get all these little bits, but to me, if I can get rid of them and they don't grow back, what I can do then is use the terrain editing tool and put a meadow here instead. So it's better. At least then it'll grow back looking nice, instead of this horrible scrawny grass. And I do believe if I don't go over here with the buildings, I'll get the mulcher and I'll mulch the bushes away as well, just to make it look neat and tidy. At first I didn't think there was going to be enough to do hay and silage, but I reckon there is enough. There's definitely enough up on this top bit to do hay for the sheep. I don't need much hay to start off with. I just need a good amount to just get the ball rolling. And I've been thinking about sorting out this area and then getting a worker to start on this field, because I will be changing this field. I'll be splitting it up into 2 fields. I reckon. Obviously keep the field shape where it's got now, but from this point here going down that way there'll be a margin, and then on one side, the square side, will be whatever I would like to plant, and then on the other side of the margin will be actually sown in grass. This is going to be the sheep area, so they're going to have natural grass, which I'm cutting now, and then they'll have homegrown grass, basically me sowing grass in and cutting it and fertilizing it myself to make sure the yield's better. But firstly I need to get rid of all this grass, and look at that bit there. If that doesn't grow back, that is just horrible looking, to be honest. So I'm glad the editing tools are there, but the prices are ridiculous. That's why I've downloaded the mod to actually stop that, and it's free. And I'm going to download the mod what allows me to purchase hedges and fences and all that jazz for free as well, because they're just way too much. Can't do much with them with any sort of amount of money, really. And with topic of mods, all my mods will be on the first video of this playlist in a big list, and if I add any more to the series, they'll be on that video's description. So always keep your eye out on the description beneath each video to let you know which mods are on, which are new and old, because if there isn't any mods listed on that page, on that video shall I say, you just have to go back and look at the first episode of the series and look at the description there, then you'll see all the mods. There's quite a few mods going into this series, and it's going to take a lot of space in the description below, so I'm trying to limit that. But all new mods will be mentioned or even just hinted to in the video, and all you need to do is then look at the list below, and voila, you'll have a mod list. I download all my mods from Mod Hub, so as soon as you load up the game, you've got a content bit, and that's where they come from. Right? I do believe that is this field now done. Let's have a look at the growth. Yep, there you go. You can see where all the weeds are in this big bit here, this big bit there, and down that little bit. Field still looks a mess. Let's lift these up. and then go and get the grass around the fields and the farmhouse. You know what? I'll get this bit here as well. All counts. Sorry sign. KO. I think that was a giveaway sign. Yeah, give way to reckless driving by me. There we go. Fantastic. All of the grass helps end of the day. I was tempted to get a little mower what actually picks up the grass, and then I can unload it elsewhere. But I just thought, no, it would just be much better doing it this way, to be honest. So let me get on and get this area cut. Then I can move on. Right, there we go. That bit is done. Now it's just around here. This is what I mean about trees. If you would like to actually cut the grass, it's just awkward. Because I've got no way to actually get this grass from the left side of the trees. Because you can't windrow onto the actual road, and I have to be careful because I don't want to damage the crops. I don't know if you can do, but I'm not going to take the risk. As long as it's just curtain that hits the crop, then it's fine. There we go. That's actually good enough for a slot, really. Fantastic. Right, you know what? I'm actually bored of this, to be honest, so let's put you there. And then put you there for later. And then let us go ahead and get the tedder. I'm going to lease this one out. And let's turn the grass into hay. And then pick it up. Then I can actually get at least one structure down. So let's go into here. Where's tedders? Tedders. I need something quite big. Right, it's 9 meter, 8.7. That's 17 meters. That's going to be a bit chaotic. I reckon 9 will do. The Vicon, definitely. So let's go here. And then lease you out. And after this, it'll be windrowing, and then I'll lease out a forager. Ooh, deers. No deers. Wow, so beautiful. Pick up the hay and then put the hay into the hayloft. Alright, let's go this way. Go, lower this down. And let's start making hay. Right. The thing with hay and the tethers, they kick behind quite far. So if you've got any grass close to a border or edge of a field and you don't really fancy going over, make sure you got the tether. Why is that? Swathing? Growing? Putting it to its back? I don't know. I haven't really looked into tethers, really. But yeah, it's looking good. Really is looking good. And I'm hoping that I can at least get... I'm not expecting tons of bales for the silage. I just want to make sure that I've got a few Yep, there we go. Go back and do this bit here. Yeah, as long as I've got a few silage bales to sell, I don't mind, really, to be honest. It's just one or two, probably three, maybe, possibly. I'm not expecting like 10, 20 and all that jazz. I won't be cutting that much grass anyway, so We'll make sure I've got everything from up here done. All that bit will be silage. It's just on this patch of ground will be hay. I'm thinking of doing 2 episodes in this game day. So this one will be the hay, and then the next episode will be the silage, and then with something else what I can do in November time. I'll get this bit and then make sure I get this a little bit here, because in 19 and I do believe 17 as well, when you have something in a baler or a forager, once, let's say you have straw in there, then you go and go over grass or hay, it will then turn that grass and hay into straw. That actual byproduct what's already in the baler. But now, if you got hay in your baler and you go over silage, it'll turn the entire baler content into silage. So it's the opposite. So instead of being sneaky with what you're baling, it's actually stopping that now. I have to go quiet every time I see a deer. Look at it. Beautiful. I wish they could actually add different wildlife to the actual game. One thing I would like is better wildlife in the game, definitely. The dogs obviously stay in a certain area with their buildings. Their husbandry is exactly the same with animals what you buy, but it seems like it's always pigs, cows, sheep and chicken. Why not add another animal to that list, like goats? I know modders have actually, especially on 19, put goats as one of the animals that you could buy. This is getting tricky, come on. But yeah, what is your thoughts on it? Because this is going to be kind of a mid-level mod series, where some mods will be here, and then whereas my survival challenge series is heavily modded. I don't think there's going to be hardly any original game pieces there. There you go. I think that is it. Is that lowered? Yep. Brilliant. Get it lowered on the wheels. Have a quick check. See if this is all done. Seems like it is. So this will be obviously here for the sheep. And I'm getting a flicker on the fields, and I don't know why I'm getting that. I didn't normally get that, so I'm getting it now, and it's kind of off-put. I don't know if it's because it was sugar beet, but yeah, What is your thoughts on mods and the original gameplay and everything else? And what happens? Right, I know I can just drop you off there. And let's go ahead and give you back. I know I can get out my tractor, but I'm lazy. So let's go ahead and windrow. What are you? It's a smaz. 8.4. And you're 9.5. You don't need much horsepower, actually, to be honest. And oh goodness me, a cron. Yeah, that's overkill, I reckon. And let's go with this one. Lease it out. And then I can pick you up. And I'll go the similar way that I went with the tedder. So let's open you up. There we go. Is there any other settings I need to know about? No, not really. Nope, nothing else there. Line this up. Down we go. And hey presto, the sloths are coming. Now I just have to keep this in alignment. Try to take it later than usual. Here we go. Fantastic. And I do apologise if there's a lot of time lapses, but I'm actually trying to do this all by myself because I don't think there is any need for hiring a worker, and I would like to get this done. I don't mind leaving the forager until the next episode, to be honest, so that's perfectly fine. I might end up turning around and saying, right, I've picked up the hay with the forager, let's pick up the grass with a forager and then dump it into the silage pit. Doesn't matter how much is in there, it's still going to end up being silage. So it just depends how I decide to go about it. Fantastic. this is going to be the last bit. It was awkward up there, and where the fine grass was, it was just awkward to pick up, so I had to go over some places 2 or 3 times, and it took longer than expected, so hopefully the time lapse came out good. And this concludes the episode. There is like faint little bits of hay about, like little dots, but that can be easily picked up by the forager. So nice swaths, nice swaths. And I do apologise if I have ever called them sloths. Blimmin' it. I don't know what's going through. So, in the next episode, I will be putting all the grass around the fields, as well as here, windrowing it up, and I will be using the forager, and I'll be placing it all into here and make silage. Fantastic. That'll be in the next episode and in the same game day. Can't wait for these crops to grow. Canola will be sold straight away. It depends on the yield on the wheat and barley is to which stays or gets sold, because obviously chickens need it. The hay, that's ample enough hay for the sheep. So yeah, brilliant. Oh yeah, and I'll be setting this off and buying a new tanker in the next episode as well. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.